You know, I can say without a shadow of a doubt, this is pretty cool. Hello everybody, I'm Garrula64 and welcome back to Sonic Fan Games. Today we've got the Sonic Mania fan game, which came out, I believe it's, Sage 2016, there's no believe about it. And there we go, we have a little recording of the main title screen for Sonic Mania, because, you know, the game wasn't out yet. The difference with this fan game is, instead of just having the original three boys playable, we have two more characters to check out, Amy and Shadow. So I'm gonna play through once with each of them, and we're gonna cut around a bunch to see what they can do, and I'll try to describe how their play styles are. But Sonic is first, as usual. Now, one thing I know about Sonic is that he has a drop dash, and I believe Tails does as well, because in the trailer for this fan game, Tails is shown doing the drop dash. I don't know if Knuckles does as well, because he was included in the little segment that was talking about the drop dash, but I don't remember seeing him do it. But the thing about the drop dash in this game is it's not mappable to your controller for some reason. Like, for example, if I double tap the A button, or whatever I set the A button to, I get to do the insta-shield. If I hold up and press A, I get to do the peel out, and I can't drop dash no matter what I do, and that's because it's mapped to the keyboard. So you need to hold down the space key to do your drop dash. Which means I'm probably not going to be doing that very much. But, hey, I mean, you know, I like how a lot of people say having the insta-shield and drop dash wouldn't be a good idea because it feels weird having them both on at the same time. If they just had them, like, you know, on different buttons, I don't think it'd be too much of a big deal, in my opinion, but at the same time, then you would need to remember to switch action buttons if you want to use the insta-shield, and I mean, I would like the drop dash to be on the main button. Like, I don't want none of that Sonic Unleashed homing attack on the X button crap. That just was not cool for me. But, I mean, anyway, if you're looking around, Studiopolis is looking a little bit bigger than, you know, in Mania, but of course, they're going off the demo and footage of the game. So, you know, I mean, so far it's very, very accurate, but, you know, since it's going off the demo, there's a few things out of place, and, like Film Reel Snail was not on the wall back there. R.I.P. Film Reel Snail. And I'm sure he'll be back eventually. Also, that block looks particularly unamused. Interesting. And since, you know, the world's so much bigger around us, we have an even bigger screen to look at with Dancing Eggman. Oh, it's so nice. Oh, I went for a drop dash, but I forgot. Oh, that's loud. That's really loud. Thank you. Also, the Orbinaut wasn't there, unless I didn't see it. Which is pretty possible, because I was paying more attention to the noise destroying my eardrums. And yeah, I mean, this is a pretty faithful recreation, though. I mean, it looks kind of weird, because, you know, they didn't have the ripped graphics, of course, but hey, they got shattering glass, they've got, I think it said this is the Sonic Worlds engine when I booted it up, so that's a good sign. You know that's a good sign. And I don't need to wait around, which is nice. Let me just skip all that stuff, and more loud, Return of Loud. Oh ho ho. I'm glad I can turn that down in post. But, well, I mean, not specifically that. I'm gonna have to turn that entire bit of the audio down. That is also really loud, wow. But it sounds like a spaceship, so that's pretty cool. Also, I can't seem to walk off these platforms. Like, if I move at all, it goes, no, 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 no. If you don't let me guide you, you're gonna fall down, little boy. And, I totally do not want to do that. Yeah, this is pretty... I think this is pretty cool. I mean, it's not perfect, of course. I mean, how could it be? You know, they're not psychics, but it's pretty darn close. It's got all the sound effects you think it would have. It's got the music. It's got a little bit of slowdown here and there, which is weird, considering my computer can, you know, do a lot of things, and do them well. Also, I noticed there's a bottomless pit there, which I don't think is in the final version, because I would remember, because I'd probably fall into that a whole lot if it was there. Alright. We even have little extending chairs. How swell. I don't know, Eggman just labels himself the star of the show, but I mean, does Eggman own this whole place? Because if he does, that's pretty impressive. I like this place. He has built one heck of an area. And then it finishes like the demo level, which was also actually in the mod I played, I think, Thursday? Something like that, I don't remember. But now, let's check out the other characters. Next up is the Fox. I assume he's going to play exactly as he should. Though, I believe he does have the drop dash? Yeah, you know what, that's weird. With my controller, this fan game, like, it doesn't work for a second. I know I said this before in, I think it was... Oh, whoops. Alright. I think I said this before in, another fan game that used this engine. In fact, I believe this is running on the same engine as, Sonic Calm Before the Storm, which I was having the exact same problem, where whenever I would spawn into the level or I would respawn, for some reason, I just wouldn't be able to move for a couple seconds. And then the game allows me to do it. It's almost like it doesn't allow controller input, and then it does. I'm not quite sure why that is, but, I mean, it's not too much of a problem, because, I mean, it hasn't killed me yet. But the day it does, oh, I will condemn you. I am just kidding, this engine's pretty great. Like, if we don't have the retro engine to play around with ourselves, this is probably a very safe bet, in my opinion. It's not perfect. It's not the retro engine, by any means, but it's pretty good. It's pretty accurate. So Tails can fly and do stuff like that. I think I've pretty much seen everything I need to see with him. Let's jump over to Knuckles, see how that fares. Now it is the time of Knuckles. Alright, I know that's a lot lower quality than, like, the real one there. Like, you know, the act splash screen, but for some reason it's just super charming, in my opinion. I don't know why. And we don't even have Mania Knuckles sprites, we just have, we have Sonic 3 Knuckles, which, I mean, that's not a big problem. I mean, again, the game was not out, so they did not have sprite rips. Alright, yeah, so, Knuckles climbs things. Surprise, surprise. But he cannot go through solid walls. Shame. So the real meat and potatoes of this was gonna be Shadow and Amy, so let's get on over there. Also, Knuckles, you are... I don't know what you would call that pose, but I would call it impressive, being able to hold it for that long. Yeah! Good job. Now, if I'm correct and the engine is actually the same as Sonic Calm Before the Storm, she should play pretty much exactly the same. And, I'm thinking... Whoa, alright, maybe she's a little bit more speedy with that, but I think she's pretty much the same. You get some height on that, though. Just the fact that you don't have the curling into the ball ability, though, that's like the kiss of death for this character sometimes, because, like, I don't know. I mean, let's go through this level and see if Amy can make it without getting murdered. And, I mean, I'm gonna keep trying to hit down and roll down slopes, but it's not gonna happen, because it's just not how this works. So, I mean, do I wish Amy would have gotten into Sonic Mania Plus? A little bit. I would have liked to see what they would have done with her, because, you know, they gave Ray and Mighty entirely new movesets, because, I mean, you know, they needed them. Ray had never really been in a 2D platformer, right? He's only been in Sega Sonic and then spin-offs. So, and Mighty, I mean, I assume he's mostly the same as Chaotix, except with the hammer drop. So they could have done something for Amy. Ooh, no rolling. That means momentum is a lot harder to build up. But, you know, thankfully we have, like, an overpowered spin dash alternative. But that still doesn't help me, because I need to get up there. Okay, let me see if I can just... No, that's not gonna work. Okay, I just need to rev up like I've never revved before. Oh, no. Can I even make this? I don't know. Oh, you know what? Wait, maybe if I be resourceful about this. Oh, no, please. Oh, I can make this. Hey! Yeah. Alright, so that's not great, but I still made it, so I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back for that one. Okay, I could have avoided this. But, you know, we can go this route then. Oh no. I'm incompetent, no. And I can dance in this one, because Amy doesn't have as many sprites as Sonic does, that's pretty cool. Yeah. The impatient dance, back and ready to go. Well, it's not ready to go, well, technically, it's ready to go. It's just, it wants to get going faster. Hence, impatient dance. That's how that would work. You get quite the mighty bounce on those monitors, though. Can I... Oh, I want to go that way. I don't want to go with the the very loud machine anymore. Yes, yes, just good old on-foot action. Oh no. Okay. That's what I get, I guess. Yeah, so I feel like if Amy played exactly as she does here and they did put her in Mania, she would be at a bit of a disadvantage. Like, almost to, like, maybe a not fun anymore point. Like, maybe that's why they decided not to go with her. I don't know, I'm hoping to see her return at some point, the classic version. I feel like they could do some fun stuff with her moveset if they had to, you know, change it up, make her a little bit more playable and a little bit more able to work in the levels they've been designing for Sonic. And Tails and Knuckles and Mighty and Ray and... You know what, let's hope for another classic game first before I start asking for characters. I want another one of those, because Sega's starting to freak me out by saying, like, oh yeah, we have no plans for a sequel. It's like, why would you not have plans for a sequel? Don't you want money? It's the whole point, right? I will give you my money. Yearly. And last but certainly not least, we got Shadow, who is a character that people have been fighting about. Like, comments about, not on my videos specifically, but, you know, other videos that might mention, oh, I want Shadow in Mania, I want Silver in Mania, I want Blaze in Mania, someone from the modern series. You know, there's a whole lot of debate about it, and do I think they would belong in here? Do I think that they should ever include modern Sonic, Shadow, Silver, any modern characters in a classic game? I don't know. Because Sonic 4 was that, and that two-game series was not that good in my opinion. But maybe made by Christian Whitehead it wouldn't be quite as bad. I doubt it would be as bad as they made it. But hey, I mean, you know, other people say, oh, they don't exist there because they don't exist in the past or whatever, and it's like, okay, that's fair. They don't have classic iterations. Also, I still miss the film reel snail climbing down the wall slowly. I'll go play the real Mania in a little while and get my fix, but yeah, I don't know if they would belong here. I feel like people would get upset with that, but I would at least like to see what they do. No, that's what I wanted, yeah. Thanks for being nice and slippery, Shadow. But I mean, think about it. People say they don't belong there. It wouldn't make sense. But wasn't the entirety of Mania kind of nonsensical? Because the Phantom Ruby was something that could create anything. So technically, they could have put any character in the game and said, oh yeah, because the Phantom Ruby did it. I mean, Nintendo had less of a reason to do this in Yoshi's New Island. You ever get to the end of that game? You beat Baby Bowser, and then you get a screen that says, suddenly warping through space and time, King Bowser appears. And I was like, no he doesn't, that's stupid. Why would he do that? Is he bored? Is WrestleMania over? Did he just decide to come catch up on, you know, all the past events that he had so much fun with as a child, getting beaten up 4 times by a dinosaur? Like, no, don't do that. But, you know, Sonic Mania, Sonic Forces, they can do something like that, and it wouldn't make sense, but it would be okay because, you know, the Phantom Ruby. Also, Shadow is in the playing field right now, and I've completely neglected his moveset. He's basically modern Sonic in 2D, which is pretty neat. He's got a little air dash and homing attack, I believe, because because you keep getting a little reticle. He has a stomp move. He can do that wall jump that I was just showing you. And he's also got a boost. But, you know, one thing about the boost, I don't find that it makes him all that much faster than he is when he's walking and running normally, which, in my opinion, is kind of lame, but at the same time, if he was too fast, like, you see that? Like, I hardly moved at all in the air like that, from a standstill. So, like, you know, the regular boost will bring you up to top speed. This one just kind of, like, gets you going, I guess, which is fine. But, you know, I guess if it was too fast, it would really break the levels. Also, that is not how a wall jump works. That's just... that's just God mode. You can just climb right up the wall to your heart's content. Having a stomp is nice though, because I know in Mania sometimes I just really want to drop to the floor if I'm like way up in the air and the game doesn't really want you to. I know it's called the drop dash, but it doesn't quite get you to the floor as fast as you might want it to. And look at that, you refill the meter by collecting rings. I don't know if Smashing Badniks also does it, I haven't been paying attention. So yeah, I don't know, earlier tangent, I would like to see them bring in some modern characters at some point, if they do make another game. I mean, Mania would have been, Mania Plus, Mania would have been the perfect time, because, you know, like I said before. But, heck, who knows? I mean, maybe it'll drum up a little bit more support for the modern games, too. And then, you know what? Then, you know what you have to do? in exchange for putting modern characters into the classic game, maybe you'll let Christian Whitehead make the classic sections of your future Sonic games, because, you know, I don't think they're going to give up this whole dual Sonic thing, because they think that's the best way to go. Just be smart about it, Sega. Come on, you can do it. You've done it before. Alright, well that's going to be everything I wanted to show off for today, so if you like this video and you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe, click the bell, follow my Twitter, and join the Discord to keep up with more Sonic fan games and other things that aren't Sonic fan games, because I do a lot of things. I'd also like to give a big ol' thank you to my current sponsors, Random Gamer 157, Silva PhD, Roscoe 13, Henry S, Rob Morrison, DaveAce, Professor Asteroid, Beyond, Drawbits, Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Medic, Modern, Mega Trafficone, Knuckles Channel 3 and Knuckles, Creative, and Mike TGC. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring, it really means a lot. And if you have any interest in becoming a sponsor yourself, please make sure to check out the link in the description for more information, and all the benefits. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.